Hello everyone, this is Mike. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And wherever you are in the world, I hope your city is no longer on fire. Yeah, it's been a while, what can I say? Let's get right to business, shall we? Let's talk a little bit about DigiAssets. As you may know, I'm a huge fan of DigiAssets for a number of reasons. And I'm going to drop a link down below in the description box to a conversation that I had a few months ago with Josiah and an episode for his podcast, DigiByte and Friends, where we went into greater detail about some of the assets that I created last fall, in particular the Masked Singer collection, plus a few others. And it really comes down to that I think that DigiAssets has huge potential as a platform, not only for content creation, but also in the promotion and marketing of content. And to give you an example of that would be the DigiAsset for Wayne Brady, who was the winner for season 2 of The Masked Singer. And as I was doing research for that asset, I discovered that he had recently written a book. And so I put that in the asset. So you can literally, within minutes of receiving this asset, click on a link in that asset that takes you to the Amazon page where you can make a purchase of that book, or even the Kindle version of that book and be reading it within minutes. And that's the power of marketing with something like DigiAssets. I also think that DigiAssets is a great way to promote the blockchain itself. You know, we've probably all had that experience where we try to introduce someone to cryptocurrency, and you know, if they're not really into it on a philosophical level, then you know, they might not be really that interested in it. You know, even if you get them to install an app or a wallet and you send them some, you know, at the end of the day, it's just numbers on a screen. You know, it's no different than their online bank account. But if you can create an asset that is something that is, you know, interesting to them, could be, you know, revolving around a hobby of theirs, then that's a great way to get them into it. And, you know, of course, there's been challenges along the way, and it's important to always, you know, be able to take a step back and understand that, you know, this is all new technology, and this is why we do this. Of course, one of those challenges has been that, you know, when you try to introduce this to someone, you know, you find out that they have an iPhone, and it wasn't, they weren't able to get the full experience like those of us who are on Android. And so here we are, where the iOS update has been released in beta, and it's out there, which is great. And kudos to Yoshi and the entire development team for their hard work to make that happen. And what's interesting is that I had always anticipated this moment to basically be like the green light. Like, now I can, you know, proceed promoting DigiAssets. I can give away assets to anyone and not have to worry about whether, you know, we share the same platforms, you know, if they're on Android or iOS. What I did not anticipate, however, was that after seeing a screen capture video of the iOS app, that it would completely blow me away. It looked so good, it compelled me to go out and buy my first Apple product in 20 years. You know, there's nothing, I don't have anything against Macs or iOS. It's just, you know, I've always been on Android for, you know, my cell phone, and you know, I use Macs all the time over at work. It's just, you know, just not into it, you know. And but one thing iOS has always done very well is look pretty, and this app is no exception. I mean, it looks beautiful. And so I went out and got myself an iPad and downloaded the beta version and been working with it and looking at it, and it's just simply amazing. It's just, you know, going back to that chat I had with Josiah, I told him that I think this is the biggest thing to happen since, you know, the ability to stream high-def video, or the ability to broadcast live from a remote location. And I mean that. I mean, this is going to be huge, guys. Yeah, it's just, it looks so good. It's such an engaging experience. And, you know, because you can do the full screen video, and you can preview links within the app, and it's great. And what impresses me the most is how the development team was able to take the foundation that was laid with the Android app and then build upon it to create the experience that we see now with the iOS version. And I know a lot of us, you know, Android users are probably like, well, hey, how do we level up the Android version now so they're on par with each other, and we definitely could, and we should, and that's something that's definitely doable because it's an open source project run by volunteers. So if you have experience with Android apps, or feel like you can contribute to that in some way, then by all means, please do. Just reach out to the developer channel over in Telegram, and just reach out to Noah or Josiah or Yoshi, any of them, and just let them know that, hey, you want to get on board with DigiAssets and write some code for the apps. But I think what's more important that we need to do as a community is promote the fact that it is open source. That we shouldn't limit ourselves to what our own volunteer developers can create for the DigiByte apps, but let the third-party wallets know about this, such as your Konamis and your Atomic Wallet, Exodus. I mean, there's an endless amount of wallets out there that could and should incorporate DigiAssets into their platform in some way. And in addition to that, there's a lot of media companies that are going to be jumping on this. Like I said, because this is the next big thing, and whether it's DigiAssets or an Ethereum-based thing, it's somewhere it's going to take off. And obviously, I think DigiByte is the better option because of its speed and its security and its lower transaction fees, and the fact that it's just so simple to build on. I mean, I've been able to create dozens of assets, and I know nothing about coding. I just go to createDigiAssets.com and make a little deposit, and then put in all my media and text, and you're off to the races. And maybe I'll do a tutorial video on that, because it is pretty simple to do, but there is a process. So I know some people have been asking about that. So anyway, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update here about that. I know it's still in beta, as I mentioned, and there's a few bugs here and there, which is normal. I mean, that's to be expected. That's why you go into beta and flesh out all these little glitches that pop up. And I know myself and other users have been forwarding our experience onto Yoshi and the development team, and they're hard at work at getting those sorted out. So hopefully it'll be ready for wide release soon. I can't wait for it to be released, because like I said, it's just so cool. It is so amazing. I mean, I literally had chills the first time I played a video and rotated the screen, and the video rotated with it and made it full screen, because I just knew, like, okay, this is going to be big, guys, and I'm glad you're on board, and I hope you guys enjoy the assets that myself and others have created, and you can go out there and share them with all your friends and family and coworkers, anyone you know that you think might be interested. And yeah, so there you have it, guys. Feel free to leave your comments below about what you think. What do you like most about DigiAssets? What do you think has the most potential? And the idea of putting content in DigiAssets, if there's specific content that you're interested in, go and let me know that as well. So anyway, guys, go ahead and if you find this content useful and of value, go and give it a sub. And when you go out and check out the chat I had with Josiah on his channel, go and give him a sub as well, because he does way more videos than I do. So anyway, hope you guys are doing great. Thanks again for checking in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.